Welcome back to, no way, this is not you, Michael. This is Music Central of You Not Gonna Like This Enterprises. Of course, we got to keep the intro the same. But as always, this is your boy, I to the R-A. That's the anthem. Get your damn hands up. Peanut laughing at me. Hey, look.
This is not real, dog. This is.
I feel that like this.
This is not real life.
I told them boys before we got started, I was gonna put on a show for this album, so I'm gonna deliver. But before we get into what we got going on here today, let's go ahead and introduce the rest of the cast. You know, got my boy Mike, Jamil, and then Devin. PJ cannot be with us, working hard. You know, we gotta get it how you live. Gotta get it how you live. But before we get into the album, you know, last week after we recorded episode 2, a few weeks ago, Pina was like, yo, we need to talk about current projects. Like, it'd be nice to talk about current projects while we're talking about albums that have aged, either, you know, the one we're talking about today that was way back in the 90s, or even we talking about something in 2012, 15, you know, whatever the year is. Likewise, Music Drive every Friday, so it makes it to cover some new music that you might have liked, or something old that's just nostalgic and you couldn't let go. So with that being said, I like to debut the new segment called What Caught Your Ear? You're here. So if you don't know what that means, basically, you know the episode with SpongeBob, you know when bro got the earworm, you know when he got the earworm, yeah. Think about that. think about that episode. Think about that. You know, it just this shit was just stuck in his ear. Like he just, no matter what he did, it was just there. So think about that. But it's been a few weeks to record it. We couldn't record last week, you know. We all got lives, we got shit to attend to, but we're here today. So I ended up having 2 things instead of 1 thing. But my first thing is, last week I listened to the Jadakiss debut album because I was watching the All the Smoke podcast and they was talking about it, how it's the golden age of rap. And I was like, all right, let's see what we're talking about here. So, you know, sat down, listened to it. Solid B minus B album, very solid. You know, not a lot of skippable tracks, but all of them were pretty good. Had a lot of features, had Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, Nas. Features was endless on that album. He went crazy. I'm gonna give it to him. But there was this one song called Put Your Hands Up. And that song, it was this bar. So the chorus was like, put your hands up, put your hands down, down, down. And then Jadakiss came with the second verse. He spit it, and then he stopped. And it was like, mwah. Kiss the game goodbye. The game is mine. Thought wrong, changed your mind. And when I heard that, I had to replay it instantly. I was like, sheesh, he had no reason to go do that. And I was like, huh.
Top 5, man.
Say again, Jamil.
Jada, you know, he always called himself top 5 dead or alive.
Hey, I'm not a huge Jadakiss listener, but that's the first thing I've ever listened to, like album-wise. I've never listened to an album by Jadakiss. That's my first ever album by Jadakiss. And I'm impressed with it. It looks like I need to do my studying on Jadakiss. But the second thing that caught my ear this in the past couple of weeks is, now everybody remembers Kanye West at the whatever concert it was when he came out. He was like, boom, for Runway on My Beautiful Twisted Fantasy. But it's not that song. It's another song that had a piano. And Peanut is going to know this song when I do it. Now, let's see if I do it right. Doom, 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 doom.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider.
Got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing with a G. Yeah. I heard that song the other day. I was like, man, look, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't promote violence, but if you had beef with somebody and you need some motivation to make a move, that's all I'm gonna say, man. Look, my ambitions as a rider. Look, man, look, you will be motivated.
Hey, that's wild.
I said I don't promote violence. I don't. I'm peaceful like Martin Luther King. I'm serious. I'm peaceful. I don't do that. But you need some motivation to do, you know, some illegal things. But hey, dude, that's the song you need to go to. If you need a song to, you know, get somebody 50 or on a basketball court, or, you know, have a 400-yard passing game with 6 touchdowns, hey, look, I'm trying to tell you that ambition has a rider turn on. It's like, look,
Wow.
I'm not gonna say another
Wow.
word.
It
I'm not gonna say a
activates the
word.
nigga in
I'm not
him.
gonna say another word for obvious reasons.
Nigga.
Just know it brings that without of me. And if I might look, I'm about to play in a league a couple weeks of hoops. So if people see me play that song in my headphones, just know it's game time. We're definitely kissing that game goodbye because I'm definitely gonna give them 50. Wow, word of the kiss. But y'all three go ahead. Whoever want to go first.
I've been on. Like me and Peter literally just talking about like 5 minutes ago what came across. I've been listening to an OG like the last probably week or two, I think, since his album came out. Anthony Hamilton dropped this new album.
Yes.
And it's been that's some good gospel. He got a Rick Ross feature.
Yes.
Jennifer feature.
Anthony Hamilton with Rick Ross feature?
Yes.
You know how much stole Anthony Hamilton, Rick Ross song has it. Yeah, Anthony Hamilton dropped the new album. And that junk it's a good album. Anthony Hamilton. It's a real good album. Then, to get me back to what
Love is the New Black. That's the name of it.
That will also
go put that down.
One of my artists dropped the song Stove God Cooks. That's the game. It's one of the it's an R&B trap song. It's an R&B drug dealer song. So y'all ain't listened to it, y'all should go check that out. Check out the Anthony Hamilton Love is the New Black and Stove God Cooks. That's the game. That's been catching my ear for the last couple of weeks.
No matter what the people say, I can't let go. Who's up?
Yeah. He was on some shit on that. I can't even get through the tape because it's hitting home right now.
It's hitting me hard.
Yo, that ad hits.
Oh man, Peanut finna shed a tear out here, man. Listen to that Anthony Hamilton.
I'm like, God damn, you got some pressure on this tape, son. I can't even listen to it.
Hey, so I'm assuming you got the same thing, Pete?
What do you mean?
Like you got the same What Caught Your Ear, or you got another album or track?
Oh, I got some. All right, so this has been out for a long time now, but Hitler Wears Hermes 8 by West Side Gun. The first side.
Bad A.
Him and Stove God Cooks. I don't know what they were on when they was in the studio, but they need that shit again. That's like what they did was like Ghostface and Raekwon when they went on only built for Cuban links. They was on that type of time. Let the work dry on the Vogue cover. I'ma make it blizzard for the hoes. Come on now, that's crazy. And then, man, they were just wilding. And then Lute had he's a Dreamville signee. Ari, you probably know him.
Of course.
He dropped Friday. He dropped Goldmouth Friday, his new album. That shit was hard.
Gotta listen to it.
And I've been listening to a lot of
That boy been in the underground as of late.
Yeah.
Hey, now look, I ain't gonna lie. I don't listen to a lot of Griselda. I listen to a couple here songs. Jamil and Pete been trying to get me acquainted. I do my due diligence. I listen to what I listen to, but I ain't gonna lie. The gritty grimy music, that just ain't my scene.
I've been listening to New Jersey Twerk too. He dropped the tape this year. He a battle rapper.
New Jersey Twerk? You care to
New Jersey Twerk, yes. Jerusalem. He a battle rapper. He a battle rapper. Huh? No, he very established in battle rap.
Okay.
I got that.
He's very established.
How did he settle on the name New Jersey Twerk?
Twerk, it's an acronym for something. I forgot what it was.
Okay, all right. As long as it's the acronym, because I was like, is he really using the actual word? I'm like,
nah. But yeah, I've been listening to his joint because he dropped a tape earlier this year, and I've been listening to that joint a lot. But that shit is hard.
Well, like I said, I don't listen to a lot of Griselda, but all I know is The Butcher is coming. That's all I can say. The Butcher is coming.
There you go.
Devin, it's all to you, man.
A lot of listening to like 2000s rap, like the Black Album, Get Rich or Die Trying, like old shit. And then I've been on my Ty Dolla $ign phase. Like I think he's a pretty good singer. So I've been listening to a lot of like BTC,
oh, for sure,
Beach House 3 and stuff like that. So Anything new? Nothing really new. Besides Baby Keem, I fuck with the Melodic Blue, but I gotta check out the Meek Mill album.
If you have those $5,
bro, he did not just say what I thought he said.
What?
I know the Meek Mill album.
He did not drop an album.
No,
yes,
I refuse to believe. He dropped an album. So
I just told Peanut we was at the crib about 30 minutes ago. Meek Mill dropped the album. He said, "No, he didn't." I said,
yeah, he did. Expensive Pain. He dropped that shit Friday,
bro.
Is that a mixtape? What is that? Is that a mixtape or an album? Okay.
It's Meek Mill.
I did not. I haven't heard anything about this until Jamil said something earlier.
Oh no, it was apparently it was a surprise drop because like I ain't gonna lie,
had to be because
he was talking like I remember Meek Mill talking about releasing an album, but he never said when the release date was. He never said what the album title. I ain't even see a song list because it's 1,000 Meek Mill stains out here.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people take him seriously though.
Out his prime.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody gonna tweet a Meek Mill playlist if it come up. I'm bound to see this. I know I would have saw this because I remember seeing Championships when it came out. So yeah, he just said, you know what, I'm gonna drop it.
He ain't do no rollout. He was just doing those social media stuff, but he ain't do no. He did the singles with Dirk and Baby, but he ain't really. It wasn't no rollout. I think he announced it came out the Friday or something that Sunday before, like Expensive Pain coming. So yeah, so. It's a cool album. It's mature Meek. It ain't like how you would think it's mature Meek. The boys getting old.
Well, Act 2 of Music Central is 2021 album, so we gonna see if that make the cut. We gonna see. We gonna see. But now that everybody's did what caught your ear, look, man, if you got something that caught your ear, feel free to let us know. As you know, we are a music group. Well, not a group. I guess I don't know what you call this. I don't know what to call this, honestly. I wouldn't say a music podcast. I would not. It could be a music podcast. I don't know. I don't really got a definition for what we got going on here. But nonetheless, we always looking for new music to listen to. You never know. Some of you might suggest, might make it on here one day. You never know. So go ahead, drop those comments. Say, oh man, Ira, Jamil, Pete, Devin, even PJ. Listen to it. You're definitely gonna like it. Not be like, and next thing you know, I might shout you out and be like, oh, hey, such and such and this, and that's why this caught my ear this week. And there you go. But let's go ahead and get to regular scheduled programming. All right. So the album today is Ready to Die. Yeah, and has the song goes in the actual song Ready to Die. I'm ready to die. That's how it goes. I'm back. Pete Music Series. He put his hand on his head.
Bro, you terrible.
I keep it consistent over here. You know this.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to die.
Yep. My life was played out like a Jerry curl. But before we get into now, let's go ahead and get into the album. So let's go ahead and everybody get a review. I'm gonna go ahead and knock mine out. All right, so my favorite track. Okay, before I get to that, hold on, let me bring it back. Rewind. All right. Overall, this album was a great album. For a debut, a man could not deliver any better. Being that after this, his next album was posthumous. I think he was ready to die because he put all his music out on this joint right here. No disrespect to Notorious B.I.G.
What?
No way you just said that.
What?
That's crazy.
May he rest in peace.
No.
May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. You had to get up because I might have reached there. But hey, look, it's all good in the hood. I don't mean any disrespect by any means, but that's just how damn good the album was. Bro really delivered. Like when you look at the album overall and you look at the tracks on it, it's like, okay, first off, you get Big Papa. Oh, all right. Warning, Juicy, Just Playing, and the list goes on. Me and My Bitch. Okay. And it just keeps going, give me the loot, as he said. That's how he goes. The What is Everyday Struggle, all of it. the project is great. You see, he had to go get his Biggie T, and you know, you can definitely, if you listen to this album, you definitely would understand why Biggie is considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest rapper of all time. You definitely understand why. But my favorite track on the album definitely is Everyday Struggle. Not gonna lie, that joint fire. I forgot. I should have listened to this thing. I forgot the chorus. The thing was like, I don't want to live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. Just another day, another hustle. Forgot that part. Another day, another struggle. I don't want to live
no more.
That's like crazy. But it's not the best track though. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't the best track, unfortunately. The best track, I was debating between two. You know, I was trying to figure out if they wanted to stick me for my paper or do I love it when they call me Big Papa? That's all I gotta say. But I'm gonna choose Big Papa because, man, look, to all the ladies in the place with style and grace and lyrical dishes. Oh, let me try.
Okay.
No reason for Big Papa to go in like that. Nah, I ain't called. Nah, hold on, let me take it back. Notorious B.I.G. Excuse me, I'm not calling another man Big Papa. I'm sorry. Call me what you will. Call me what you will. But hey, look, I can't do it. I just can't. But look, and then I listened to, went back, listened to the Isley Brothers, the original version of that track, and it was like, yep, couldn't do it any better. Fire. But that's my review. Who's next?
I mean, I guess I got to be me because it's my guy. This is my guy. The Notorious B.I.G. the GOAT. Ain't nobody on this level. I mean, for this album, yeah, he got Life After Death and whatever else after that. But this album made him it made him, when you say top 5 and Biggie not your top 5, people look at you crazy. And it's just off this album alone. Like his lyrical performance, song performance, like this album is home to one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. That's Juicy. Like Juicy come on, everybody, you gonna sing that song word for word, even the hook. Don't even care that it's a woman singing on that hook. They gonna sing it like just like that. So this album is, to me, the greatest hip hop album of all time. It does everything. You can ride with your boys to it, ride with females to it, like you do anything. And it's Biggie, man. That's this performance on, and for it be your debut. Like you came in like, okay, this is what I'm gonna drop. Like, so Biggie, man, this is an album 10 out of 10, maybe 11 out of 10. But yeah, so Biggie's Biggie, man. And my favorite track probably have to be between Respect and Just Playing. Just Playing because
time out. You just said Juicy was the best track of all time according to you. So
I think he meant like besides.
Yeah,
like the mainstream, like the non-mainstream
just said that Everyday Struggle was the best track, but it's your favorite.
You're right, but I said that, but he just said Juicy was the best hip hop track of all time. So if
it don't gotta be a favorite
track, it's
it don't gotta be
in terms of popularity. That's what I think you meant. Like,
I understand. But go ahead, Jamil. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just had to,
Just Playing. If you listen to that song today and the stuff that he was saying, people wouldn't know, rapper, they can get that off. He says, so I'm not going to get into as much into that community, but he got a ball in there about RuPaul. And I know forget when you make statements about that community, and he was getting that about everybody.
Just to name a few names.
He named everybody. All he was just saying, I'm just playing.
Tony Braxton.
I'm just playing.
And that's crazy. Like, so, but yeah, this album, man, 10 of 10. Greatest hip hop album to me of all time.
And I'm assuming the best track was Juicy, right?
Yes, that's the single.
Okay, all right. Just had to see what you was. Hey, yeah, but Just Playing was definitely a wild track, He went out there and called Escape ugly. Like
that was wild.
Disrespectful. Sheesh. Like I'm just playing dreams in R&B. I'm just playing. But I'm saying, all right, I'm done. Not enough recitals for
that
now.
Was wild,
I'll come back with another one. Who next?
I can go next.
All right, Devin.
Yeah, I thought it was you know, pretty straight. I love their production, and then just how he was rapping. Like his flow was just like it's timeless. Yeah. And then like the content, I think it kind of like set the bar for like just commercial rap nowadays. Like how many of like the commercial or rappers nowadays are rapping just similar to how Biggie's rapping. So I think it's a timeless album. It's very nostalgic. Yeah. My favorite track on it was actually Things Done Change. And then I don't want to choose Big Papa because I feel like everyone likes that song.
Yeah.
It's the best track, man.
I like Friend of Mine as well.
Interesting choice.
And the interludes actually felt like interludes, and the intro actually felt like an intro. Like nowadays, people just throw intros on for no fucking reason. But I think the intro actually had a purpose, and all the interludes also had a purpose as well. Yeah. So my least favorite track though, I didn't fuck with One More Chance or
that version was shaky. I'm not gonna lie. I
didn't like that one.
I like the other version.
Damn, you don't like Machine Gun Funk?
I didn't. I didn't fuck with the beat.
Like I beat Peter. What's love got to? That shit was crazy, man.
But I'll probably have to listen to the album again. I only listened to it like twice. So once a few years ago, and then I listened to it today. So you can't really. I don't think I can form a true opinion only off 2 listens. But I probably give it an 8.5, 9 out of 10.
Yeah. I feel bad because I formulate my album opinions quick. One solid listen. You listen to one.
You listening to it one time. That's the worst way to do it.
Hey, look, one time sometimes all you need. Sometimes, man. If you can't, for real, honestly, if you can't pull with you, because like I ain't gonna lie. After the first listen, you'll be like, okay. The second listen for any album, it's like I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's the picture you trying to put together? Like for me, J. Cole, my favorite rapper. The first. After time I go through, I'm like, all right, let's see what we're talking about production wise. Let's see if I catch any witty bars, anything that's just like just stands out to me. And then second time I go through, all right, let's see what he's talking about. Okay.
So I think essentially he was just talking about like his in and outs and just how growing up was. So it's nothing nothing too complex. But
bro got up on Juicy and said, this is to all the people that used to report me from the upper top of their building when I was trying to sell crack, trying to feed my daughter. Yeah, said that in Juicy. So the war on drugs still a problem today. But that's another conversation for another day. Peanut, take it away.
All right, so Ready to Die, yeah. If it's not number one, it's top 3 debut album of all time. That shouldn't even be debatable because it shouldn't be debatable. It's Ready to Die. Come on now. You hear Ready to Die. You hear the album Ready to Die, and we're like, oh, we talking about Ready to Die. That it got its spot up top. Come on now. But overall the joint was fire. They was lacing them tracks, man. They was putting whoever producing it. I know Premier was on it, Diddy was on it. There was Easy Mo B. He produced a few tracks. They was going crazy with the production, and Biggie, he was just phenomenal. Lyrics was phenomenal.
The rap
he was actually going wild. Like
the rap.
You listen to some of them records. You like niggas was talking like this. He was talking like this, but that shit was crazy. My favorite song on there is The What. There was only one rap feature on there. It was Method Man on the whole album, and them boys got together. They went crazy. Method Cab niggas back in ICU. Come on now. That was crazy. But my second favorite got to be Unbelievable. DJ Premier was going crazy with that joint. That joint goes dun 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 dun. Biggie Smalls is the illest. He got the scratches going on. Then the third verse, Buck shots out the sunroof of Lexus coupes. Leave no witnesses. What you think this is? Man, going crazy. That joint was stupid. But yeah, I get that joint 10 out of 10. Cause they ain't a lot of albums that can top Ready to Die.
Omatic?
That's one of them that's up there with it. That's a good debate. You got to sit down and have that debate because Nas was going crazy on Illmatic.
That's really gonna come down to who your favorite rapper is at that point.
Yeah, really. And they came out the same year, so you gotta. Them boys was actually at each other. Well, Nas came first, and then Ready to Die came.
You know, I looked that up today because I had a question I was going to propose for that, and I was like, let me make sure this album came out when it said, you know, Spotify or Apple Music don't do justice. They're putting on that joint January 1st. I'm like, wow, nice, real helpful, real helpful. Jeez, good thing I'm not trying to put the album together based on how they came out or anything like that. Ooh, get that all jacked up. Yeah. But nah, Nas, Illmatic, Stillmatic, Problematic. I can go on. I got a bar for that one. Might save it if we get to the 90s albums. You'll see.
That joint, Ready to Die, was crazy, son. Yeah. I wish I was alive. I wish I was alive and listening to hip hop from 93 to 97. Can you imagine?
Great times.
Can you imagine?
Just imagine what the club
my
was
head
like.
would have exploded.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. It's a DJ out there that probably was like, you know what? I'm gonna play Ambitions as a Rider, followed by Who Shot You, just to get people just to be like, whoa, okay, all right, I see what time we on. And then, bro, it's probably like, all right, let's go ahead and follow it, hit them up. Let's really get the club jumping.
Yeah, like that's.
Dang, like
that run itself, 93 to 97. Well, yeah, 93 to 97. That's 4 years. They was going crazy. Like everybody who was releasing something was making good shit. Like,
yeah.
Y'all listen to the remastered version or the
remastered joint?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference.
The remastered had the 10 Crack Amendments on it. Mm-hmm.
No, that was Life After Death.
Yeah,
that was Life After Death.
The remastered Ready to Die got Who Shot You just playing.
Ready to Die. I was like, they're all remastered, so I thought that's what I was talking about. But it's okay.
But yeah, that Ready to Die was crazy. And the what is my favorite track. Verse 2, coming off a whole Hebrew.
And the best track
put niggas back in ICU. I missed it, true, huh?
And the best track for Pete is
the best track.
I think he said the what?
Yeah, the what?
That was my favorite. What is the best?
Yeah, I would probably say. I would say that's the best track too.
Okay, cool. Well,
that's because I like that. I like that rap shit, like the rippity rap shit. They just on there getting dirty with it. They just on there spitting. They ain't really like no.
They ain't
crazy.
Playing. Like, it's like.
Yeah, they ain't like. I don't want to say there's no concept, but like they really just rapping on there.
Yeah, they just playing.
Like the wordplay.
They just playing.
But the next thing I got is let's talk about Ready to Die's East Coast impact. We gotta hit on this. Got to. Because before 1994, everybody in the East Coast was a group. You had Wu-Tang, you had A Tribe Called Quest. Tupac was one of the few guys that dropped a solo album before 94, but that didn't really have too much traction, ain't have too much. But, then the groups, they still had the Gang Stars, you had Pete Rock and CL Smooth, everybody was somewhat of a version of a group. But then you get guys with Nas and Biggie, it's like they set the scene for the solos. It's like after that, Ambitions as a Rider was born. All right. Then you get Naughty by Nature, OPP. Yeah, you know me. That's a group, but just to get off the point there. And it was just more. Eminem came from Eminem was discovered by Dr. Dre, but can't tell me he ain't had no impact. Detroit is not that far from New York. It's closer than it is to LA. But nonetheless, you gotta think about it. DMX, Dark as Hell, Hell is Hot. Probably even 50 Cent when we get to another debut album that's probably considered one of the greatest. Maybe you can throw a little. Nah, I can't throw Kanye. That's too. That's it's 04. That's a little far. A little far. But nonetheless, East Coast impact. Label it out for me. How impactful was this album to the East Coast in terms of solos, group wise?
I don't even think it was I think it was a nationwide thing because Ready to Die. All right, so timeline of 94. It's just Illmatic and then Ready to Die. So Illmatic, Nas made a name for himself. They like, this is Baby Rakim now. He is the pinnacle of this. And then Ready to Die come out, and they like, what is going on? They like, this is Biggie. Biggie made everybody want to rap. I feel like Illmatic made Biggie want to rap. Biggie made everybody else want to rap. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he made everybody put their pen to the paper and say Biggie ain't gonna out rap Biggie. Not today. So I feel like that's how.
To me, it's like Peanut said, it made the people want to rap, but it also makes you like, I can really rap and get my stuff off, but still get my commercial hit. But back then, that's what back then it was about your singles, what's gonna get to the radio. So with you still being able to get a little grime, get your talk on, but like, okay, I can still get to the radio with this. If I can just do a little tweaking and then that was there. I feel like you don't get certain stuff without this album. Like I believe we don't get Hov without this album. I don't think we get this album. I don't think we get Jay-Z without Ready to Die. Ready to Die is that album like you have to talk about. I know people say that a lot, talk about certain people you gotta talk about, but Ready to Die, you have to talk about it. Like it's just the impact, his flow, how that flow been trying to be duplicated over the years. You got to talk about it. So it's just that album.
And you take a couple tracks off that project, your top 10 hip hop tracks of all time are a little skittish.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
A little skittish. Love to see you make a top 10 tracks without Juicy or Big Papa on there. You're stretching yourself, bro. Stretching yourself thin. But Devin, you got anything for the East Coast impact wise?
Yeah, I think he's just like the Tupac of the East Coast. Because I would say, like, if you ask someone about like rap, I think they think of Tupac and Biggie, right? Or Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z. I would say fuck. Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z.
I don't know. Is that
probably Eminem, probably who else? Maybe Nas or something like that. But I would say like East Coast, they think of Biggie. West Coast, they think of Tupac.
Yeah.
So I would actually say he's more influential than Nas, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely. Because let me tell you where I listened to this album and I was like, people always had Biggie better than Tupac debate. Everybody has this debate year in, year out. We continue to have this debate. And man, look, I listened to a Mary J album of my life, to be specific. I heard a Biggie sample on there. I was like, "Yep, it's through. It's over. It's over."
Wait, hold on.
I do think
wait. So you heard a sample? You heard a sample and said,
"You didn't let me finish."
Go ahead.
Because Biggie go out there and say what he said about her and just playing. I'm just playing, and then proceeds to use a sample from Biggie in her next album. So you can't tell me that's not influence. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it.
I do think his death. I think his death actually gave it. I guess his brand more clout as well. I don't know if he would be as big if he was alive still. I don't know.
Ready to Die too prominent.
That's a very. I don't know, man.
Ready to Die. It's the one. Tupac. See, look with Tupac and Biggie, it's the two people because their best albums and
first album,
All Eyes on Me, and then Ready to Die. It's like even if they were here today, it's like the song's just too big. It's like I said, Big Papa, Warning, Juicy, Just Playing. And then if you talk about Tupac, for example, you get How Do You Want It? How Do You Want It? Let me see. Ambitions as a Rider. I'd rather be your NIGGA. Yeah, it goes endless. You can really get deep because like them two, it was like I feel like after Tupac had I guess this is about Tupac a little bit. After he had went to jail after that whole Biggie incident and all that, I think he heard Ready to Die and he was like, all right, Biggie can't leave me off the face of the earth like this. And then Death Row, that album was born. Is now you got, if not one, two, the greatest albums of all time. They got bars, they got singles, they got it all. This, yeah.
But I see why you can say something like that because crazy enough, their passing happened at their peak. So they never really never really had a chance to make something bad. You feel me?
That's
never
true.
had anybody hear their fall off or do they even care anymore? Because you think about what? They was 24, 25. They were still basically, you never heard them, that mature rap. Like Ho went from, the drug deal, this and that to paintings, buying paintings for $2 million. They could be worth $8 million and stuff like that. So you never got they never got the chance to make something bad. Not saying they would have, but so you can see why people say that because I saw some interview. It was on Braun's show. The woman said we have to stop putting Biggie and Pop in top 5 because they never got the chance to make bad albums. I said now you wilding because people haven't made better albums than them too. Like all because they die how they died don't mean they got to come out the top 5. Yeah. But I see why people say that. But
yeah, I think Tupac had his catalog was bigger than Biggie's. Biggie only had 2 albums, so that's why people say, we actually don't know if Biggie would have been rapping better later in his career. Yeah, a lot of rappers fall off after their 4th album or something.
Yeah,
but you understand, I can understand what she's saying though, because when you look at it, it's like, all right, rest in peace to my guy Lynn Bias. Everybody knows who Lynn Bias is. Got drafted, overdosed the night after he got drafted. Ended up passing away the next morning, and people swore Lynn Bias was better than Michael Jordan. Swore on everything. Played on Maryland. Swore he was better than Michael Jordan. I have heard it. Larry Bird said it. And if Larry Bird said it, I got much doubt to not believe it because Larry Bird was alive and was playing at the peak of his career when Lynn Bias got drafted. So it's like, and people take Lynn Bias out the basketball argument because Michael Jordan did his thing, but we never saw Lynn Bias did. And you can hold that to the same pinnacle with Tupac and Biggie. We saw what they were at their best, but we never saw them. How did they grow after they do that? Like, that's the biggest question. That's why guys like J. Cole, Kanye, Kendrick, they get the criticism they do because it's like, all right, they didn't drop this, but can they keep it going? Like Kanye drops, I think Kanye has probably one of the greatest runs, if not all time, in music. Going from college dropout, late registration, graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Whoops, I forgot 808s and Heartbreak.
If you being serious,
number 1 projects. And do I have to put Watch the Throne in there? 6 straight number 1 projects. And then he dated Kim K, and then it was like, ooh.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That was dope too. No disrespect to Kim
Kardashian out there, but I'm just, after that kind of happened, Kanye then proceeded to drop Yeezus, and it just, got kind of bad. Started supporting Trump, and we just
didn't that go number 1 too though?
I think all of his albums go number 1.
At that point, when it's like Yeezus, My Life with Pablo, Yay, and all the other projects, it's Kanye's getting number 1 because he's Kanye. It's not Kanye getting number 1 because Kanye.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But I feel like that's for all rappers.
I feel like right now. It's like
same with Drake, same with J. Cole. They all go number 1 because
J. Cole right now. Like J. Cole to me is still one of the best rappers in the game. But y'all hear all seen it's like he's number 1 because he's J. Cole. It's not because this album is like, oh yeah, bang, 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 bang. Nah, he's J. Cole. So that's how you really gotta look at it. Like it's hard to really compare people if you never saw them, go from their best to their worst. How did they handle the adversity and stuff like that? And henceforth. But before we get to the final question, I need to take a moment of silence. We need to take a moment of pause because we cannot go with How Ready to Die without talking about.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we know we cannot. We have to talk about this. We need to talk about Me and My Bitch. He dropped, if not the most suspect bar of all time. Now look, I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all can call Ira a homophobe. Y'all can call whatever y'all choose to say. But y'all can say what y'all say. But look, this man said, and I quote, he was talking to his girl. That's why it's called Me and My Bitch. He was like, you look so good, I want to suck your daddy's dick. Now look, Now look, I'm not trying to make fun of it. And like I said, y'all call it whatever, but ladies, please, if you're watching this, if a man to this day pulled up on you and said, "Shawty, you look so good, I want to suck your daddy's dick," please tell me your response. And if please tell me your response. And if it's not laughter or like, I catch you, you know how the meme go, yeah. I catch you. Yeah, that's exactly. And if it's not one of them two responses, I feel like you're lying to yourself.
I mean,
because ain't no way. I can ask my sister right now if I wanted to, and she would look at me like, TJ, why you say that? Why did you put me that? Why did you put me that scenario? If I asked my mama that, she'd be like, I don't know what you want me to say to that. And then we could flip roles, all the guys. Hey. Ira, you goofy, you messing up. You ain't doing this. All right, guys. So if a shawty put on you today and said, "Man, you look so good, I want to suck your mama's clit," tell me how that goes.
Hey, chill.
Please tell me how that goes.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about, dog?
I'm just saying. Because nowadays you gotta play both sides of the spectrum. Because if you go one way, they think you're against them. If you go the other way, they still think you're against them. You know what? I told myself when I was thinking about this, I'm gonna present both sides of the argument. And please tell me your response. Please. Because if a girl said that to me, I would happily walk away and just be like, "Yeah, you got it. I'm done. That's it. I'm walking away because I'm just gonna be like, what compelled you to say that? Like, why did you think my reaction would be like, "Oh, okay, all right, I fuck with you"? Nah, bro. No, sir. No, sir.
I wouldn't have an issue because let me get it out. Because obviously I know, okay, you listen, you do your music. You listen to your music. Because there's a lot of people, there'll be a lot of people who don't know that line. That line exists.
So you telling me?
No, wait.
So you telling me if a shawty pulled up on you with that line, you wifing her?
No, I'll be like, look, that pickup line is trash.
So what was your point? What was your point?
Pickup line is trash.
What was your point?
But I would be like, okay, I see where he was coming from. Pickup line.
What? No.
You know me. Obviously, you put up on me. You know me. I'm a Biggie fan. So you try to get your talk off. It was trash, but I respect it. We can go on. Everybody got whack pickup lines.
Bro, but
in his defense, he made it work. Like, I don't know. He made it work, I guess.
But I just want Jamil just said was like, "Shit, I know your music, but it's a whack pickup line." I'm like,
you know your music. You know Biggie said that line. I'm like, look, that pickup line was trash. But I feel trying to get at, like, we gotta understand, dudes tell girls off the rip, "Man, I want to put a baby in." That's dude.
But look. That's not the same thing as saying you want to do the nasty with somebody's parent, somebody's parent, bro. Somebody's parent.
No, he's just saying like she looks so good. He would like, yeah.
Bro said he was gonna do explicit things to somebody's father. Huh? Come on, bro. Come on, please.
I don't agree with the line, but
I'm just saying. But you're saying you're okay. You're okay with somebody saying that. You're just saying you're perfectly fine with this. You were gonna go along.
What I'm about to say, but like, yo, don't
I'm just gonna walk. Hey, look, me, I'm walking away. I'm not even acknowledging it. I'm gonna be like, done.
But what happened is like, okay, you walk away, right? But she actually is legit fine. I'm like, gorgeous. Hey, that pickup line was trash. We can work on that. But you're actually gorgeous. You gonna walk?
I still gotta walk away, bro. She can do better than that. If she that fine, bro, I know she got something better in her sleeve.
No, she that fine, she probably dumb.
If she that fine,
bro, if she's that
not dumb, but she don't got game because she don't need it.
But if a woman is that bad, bro, and that's her best line, it's no way. I refuse to believe it. It's no way a woman out here, somebody that fine, will use a line like that.
Because she don't need to use the line. How did we even get to this?
Before you go,
I'm not going anywhere.
You're right. I just had to talk about it because it's a hilarious line. People talk about it all the time. And I figured we just, have a little break into the action. But, the ladies, guys, if you used this line, please tell me how that experience went. Please. I would love to know what the reaction of that other individual was. I'm never going to use that line, but I'm just curious to know, how did they react when you said that? And, if you have this line used on you, by any means, please tell us your reaction. And lastly, just hypothetically, would you use it? If you would use it, please tell me why. Please tell me why. Please tell me why. Please tell me why. Because I'm curious to know what goes through your mind to say that and why not.
Nah, I'm only
Yo,
saying
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know. Maybe if I was drunk or something in the club, if you dare me something, I would try it.
If you said it under the influence, I'm gonna give you a pass. I'm gonna give you a pass because look, I've been under influence. You say a lot of bullshit, you drunk. Look, you say a lot of bullshit, and a lot of that shit come off. You be like, and people tell you what you said when you sober up the next day. You be like, damn, I said that. Oh shit! Ooh, damn! Ooh.
That's
crazy.
They
say, but they do say alcohol is truth serum, so you really probably didn't mean it. No?
I probably wouldn't say it to like a. You will always have to be my shorty. Like, that's just me playing. Like, we will always have to be. I'm like, that's not no random pickup line. That's wild. You will always have to be my shorty. For me, even to think about saying corny shit like.
It's not a pickup line, man. It's not a pickup line, man.
Yeah, it's not a pickup line.
I wouldn't even say it to my wife of 30. If I was married to my wife for 35 years, I wouldn't say that. Because I'd just be like, wow.
I mean, say, man.
Because what if my wife goes and tells my father-in-law I said that? Imagine how the father-in-law would feel.
Maybe he know better.
All right.
Everybody know good music. That boy know good gospel. You only listen to it.
All right, Jamil is going to defend this line until the day he dies. He swore it's okay to say these lines, but definitely this was what they say on Twitter, Instagram, a red flag. Yep. Waving a red flag. Because this was but nonetheless, I just had to get that out there because that's one of the most questionable lines of all time. Like, Eminem did talk about his mama, but he ain't say nothing like that, like what Biggie said in that song. Let me tell you. But we're gonna talk about Eminem next episode. Wait till you figure out what album we gonna discuss. But let's go ahead and get to the final question of the day. Is Ready to Die the greatest debut album of all time? Now, after recent studies, I've looked back, I've did my work, it's hard to really, really offer up anything to really match this. I got a couple honorable mentions, and y'all can bash me in the comments if you choose, but all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna go by it like this. Jesus Still Walks. That's all I'm gonna say, that one. Let me see. Many men wish death upon me. Hey, look, I'm just gonna
Hold on, Ira. We knew you was gonna do this. we knew you were gonna do this.
You know he's gonna do it, but I got one more. That nobody expected. Got one more. If you played Street Volume 2 and you knew this song, that project right there, ooh, man, that's one of the best projects I ever heard in my life. I'm sorry. Because when you hear that,
no way.
Ooh, that P Rock CL Smooth, man, let me tell you. That shit was fire. Dang, that shit was fire. Like, I just thought it was that track. They reminisce over you, my dog. That whole project fire, bro. Them boys was going crazy.
I would be wild.
Them boys was going crazy, man. And I think if I don't think I got any more, to be honest with you, because that's really pretty much it. Actually, no, I do got one more. And it starts with me pouring a drink, and you know how it goes. Rolling down the street, smoke windows, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
All right, yeah, that could be an argument.
So those four are the honorable mentions to be like, all right, these ones can contest the Ready to Die. But not gonna lie, I'd have to give Ready to Die the edge. By not a lot, but by this much. Because look, if I can't College Dropout, Get Rich or Die Trying. I forgot what the album was called by Pete Rock and CeeLo. I can't think of the name on the top of my head. And then Doggy Style, they not far behind. They not far behind. That's all I got to say. But yes, it is the greatest debut of all time.
And the debut album, because my albums you just named, they're very, I don't know about the Pete Rock. They're very close. Like, he don't smoke the other great debut. He don't smoke them. Yeah. But just the fact that Ready to Die was Ready to Die. Like,
I'm ready.
He rapped better than Snoop Dogg. So it's like, all right, hard for Doggy Style to, because he does rap laps around Snoop Dogg, right? He raps laps around 50 type of rap. So, because with the Ready to Die, it made Biggie, like we said, one of the greatest rappers of all time, if not the great. That didn't put them debut albums and put them in that conversation. It just put them on some runs. Like 50 run was ridiculous. You know, Snoop run was crazy. Like, but like you got like the Chronic right.
That's a debut. You consider that a debut? Because Dr. Dre was definitely on NWA.
Yeah, it is.
That a debut.
As an independent artist, it's his first album.
That's what you so look. When it comes to a debut, it has to be like this is the first time you've ever heard this brother like ever.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes,
first project independent.
So that means so that means Ice Cube was an NWA, right?
Yes,
he made his project with NWA and followed up with his solo album America's Most Wanted in 1990. And if
that's his first album,
that's his debut album.
Like Lauryn Hill.
We've already heard Ice Cube before.
It don't matter.
It's a solo debut. It's not the debut of Ice Cube. It's
Ira, come on now. You just said it.
Ain't the same.
You just said it.
Let me add him. I got him. Ira, you just came to talk about Jadakiss. We've been heard the locks.
Thank you.
Talk about the album debut. We've been heard the locks.
When the locks hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not too familiar with the locks. I ain't gonna
that's what I'm saying. Don't talk about none of you. We've been heard Jadakiss. He was already top 5 dead alive before he started.
But Kiss the Gang Goodbye came out in 2001.
The locks came out in like 96, 97.
Oh, all right.
So then wait.
But I didn't name that as one of the debuts.
Bush talked about the debut, so that's basically like defeats the purpose of what you're trying to say.
I ain't gonna lie, that just showed ours on uneducation, on his miseducated. Or what's the term? I don't know. Not being educated. I don't know however you want to put it. Because look, I ain't know the locks came out that early. I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah. So y'all can victimize me in the comments. Say, Ira, how you got a music podcast? Don't know who the locks are. Well, look, we are here, and I didn't know they came out before Jadakiss dropped that album. So hey, look,
I think
victimize me if you will.
I think 36 Chambers is a better album.
Whoa, the Cypher?
I think 36 Chambers is a better album than Ready to Die. Ready to Die it's a great debut album, but I think personal preference, 36 Chambers is better.
I have no problem with Peanut saying that. The only thing I don't agree is none of them put themselves in red air off that album. I don't believe.
That's true. That's true. Except for Method Man.
They became like they had to do something more. Like 36 Chambers, it's a great album. It's one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. Don't get it twisted. But you can tell the difference. You can tell that they were independent. Their mixes sounds terrible. Their mix are terrible.
You can tell they mix that shit out of Bobby's basement. Word to RZA.
Yeah, you can tell that Biggie had.
HOD, man.
I have no problem because Peanut's also the guy I know who don't have Biggie in his top 5. So
yeah, Biggie not in my top 5.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. So proceed.
So I have no problem with.
He got the audacity to put this guy we're gonna talk about in the next episode over Biggie. I can't believe it.
Hey man, personal preference.
Personal preference. I would him, but yeah,
you right.
I ain't never say Biggie was trash. I never said. Look, I never said Biggie was trash. I just said he's not in my top 5.
Hey, look,
Biggie greatest. Biggie one of the greatest rappers of all time.
It's okay. I feel you.
I have Give the Die Trying is the debut album to me. What 50 did on that album is absolutely ridiculous.
It can't be done.
Yeah, that was.
Somebody in the club. Somebody in the club. Mama.
He did it. He checked off every line. Like he got the club joint. He got the joint with the shoulder. He got some of the best street records. Like what gangster is absolutely ridiculous.
21 questions. Look, man.
Yeah.
Look. Hey, look, my guy. Look, if you are running out of things, a pickup line saying a DM, just the 21 questions. He'll give you a question to ask. He'll give you one. He'll help you out.
And Honey Bun Line, he got up there.
I'm just saying he got 21 questions, bro. Just pick one. Pick one, and I bet you she will respond. Well, if she has her DMs on, some women don't have the DMs on that. So
yeah, I mean, but yeah, better die. It's a tough thing to be.
Wait, hold up. You forgot PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me.
Yeah, he got some.
Say get $1 out of me.
Like I said, bro.
You can't see.
You got some gangster shit on there.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Wait. Oh yeah, and you not like me.
That shit is hard. That's my favorite song on there. That shit.
Oh,
you not like me.
Many men.
Yeah.
Like me.
The joint Heat. That's got one hip hop lines in it. He got the your mama still in the hood, dog, and that ain't good. So I'm gonna spray your mama cream, make your ass look for me. That is an absolutely ridiculous line to say. Like, look, I'm not gonna chase you, dog. I'm gonna spray your mama crib. You got to come check me. That's like one.
He was on what's homeboy name? Let's see. It was Ghostface. He was on some Raekwon. He was on some Raekwon Ghostface killer type moves.
Right. I'm gonna spray your mama crib, baby. Make your ass look for me.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
All right, Devin.
Yeah, shit. I got College Dropout, probably.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A little more recent.
Kanye.
90s, I would definitely would say Ready to Die. But recently, I would say the College Dropout.
Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it real. If we talk, look, we definitely gonna have an act when we talk about College Dropout, because this one song, I think it's at the Get 'Em High. Oh man,
that was hard.
Goodness, Get 'Em High. You throw your hands, get 'em high.
That was hard.
I thought Spaceship was hard too.
Man, look, Kanye's first, when he came to that first verse, he was like, I was like, oh my goodness, I have never heard. Look, Peanut, you say Kanye can't rap, man. Look, that pole, that first,
to be honest, I think
it's seconds of that little track right there. And I was like,
To be honest, I think it's just the way he raps, like the stuff he raps about. I'd rather listen to people. Yeah. I'd rather listen to music about killing people. Like that's why. Yeah, that's why like my top 5 is so like it's so similar, because they be rapping about killing people and gang banging and shit. Kanye not on that.
Yeah, one of them wanted to kill his mama. All right, anyways.
And that's fine.
What?
That's fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Anyways,
I mean, I hate talking about Kanye, man, for real.
I know Kanye. Look, College Dropout is like that. When it all falls down, slow jams. You want some Marvin Gaye, some Luther.
I don't like talking about Kanye because his catalog is unbeatable.
Hey, look, if Kanye would, if you could pick any artist to sweep in a versus, Kanye has to be your number one choice. He got a fresh 20. Got a fresh 20. fresh 20. And those ain't even features. They just
nobody touching Kanye 20. Because
not even Drake. For all the people,
Drake is for singles. He doesn't make
like touch Kanye. You're wrong. Look, Drake's best song, in my opinion, is Pound Cake Paris One. But if we playing on verses, if we playing on strictly verses, Drake's, if not, it will probably be either he probably play Hotline Bling because that was running the tables.
The model.
Or the model. That's two top tier Drake songs that he can run off in the verses. But look, the model or Hotline Bling is definitely, and I mean definitely.
That's why you understand.
It is. Look, it's not beating. Let me see. I'm trying to think of a song. Oh, The Good Life. Now look, The Good Life is beating anything in Drake's catalog. And it's the good life, and the life I live. And
this is what I need you to understand. In verse, they allowed them to play what they produce.
You're right, but I'm just saying.
Izzo, Heart of the City, Encore.
It's
Jesus.
Over. It's over.
You don't know my name.
It's over.
He has 25% of whole catalog to himself.
Yeah.
Like,
people got mad when Kanye sold Jay-Z's masters. Hey, look, he owned them. Sorry, no disrespect. Or was the other way around? Other way around. Well, dang, Jay-Z, you filed for that because he kind of made your blueprint number one. But
Kanye bought him. I mean, he sold him to Kanye. I sold him to somebody else.
You're right. But that concludes Ready to Die. We talked about it all. Intro. We talked about album overall, Big Papa, Warning, The What's, Unbelievable, and all the other songs that were named. We did a little bit of highlight on Me and My Bitch. Hey, look, I'm sorry, guys. Look, man, points of remains. If you know somebody that is pulling me on that line, I need to know your reaction, your response, and how do you go about it from that situation. And if you thought about using this line or you have used it for somebody, please tell me that person's reaction and let me know if that worked out for you. And if it worked, power to you, but I'm still not using it if it worked for you. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and give a synopsis or sneak peek, if I should will, into the next project on Music Central. We're taking it back to Detroit. We're going about 6-8 hours west. We're going to the Midwest, guys. Taking it to Detroit, Section 8, 8 Mile. If you don't know what I'm talking about now, please do your studying. We're going to M. Taking it to the year 2009 to be specific. The one, MGK said he had 4 albums ago that was Relapse, and whatever the one, the bar that tremendously fell. Yeah, so we're talking about Relapse. And I'm disappointed in Peanut. I'm going to say that now while we're here.
Yo, it wasn't that bad.
Detroit.
It wasn't. And we're not going to talk about it right now. But I preferably would have helped him. If he would have picked Slim Shady LP, I would have been like,
we've had this conversation every week.
Hey, look, and we're gonna have that conversation again next week. Because we're gonna talk about why the hell you picked this album.
We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
I
kind of already said it. Already said it earlier.
You think it's your favorite Eminem album? It's not the best one.
Yeah, it's definitely not his best. It's my favorite.
So there's a difference, yeah.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
So those is like, so why are you talking about albums if you're not the best album? Okay, this is Act 1. This is the introduction of Music Central. This is Act 1. So we all go on favorite artists. That's why I had For Your Eyes Only and not Forest Hills Drive or Born Sinner, if you will. I chose my favorite. So we've all everybody except Jamil so far has chose one. Oh no, PJ chose Top Off. What was it? Gunna's album. I forgot what it was called.
Drip Season 3.
Well, Drip Season 3. Thank you. Drip Season 3. So PJ and Jamil, they passed the vibe test. They chose their artist's best album and rocked it. Me and Pete, we a little shaky, but hey, look, we definitely carried the weight while we thought it was what it was. And then episode 5, after we hit Relapse, we're taking it to a little bit of soul. Just taking a little bit of soul. Malibu, you ain't nothing can't. There you go. If you know that Come Down by Anderson .Paak, it's coming soon. But that's what we got summed up. Act 2, we're gonna take it to this year, 2021 albums. Man, we're gonna start moving towards that. But my guys, you got anything y'all want to conclude? Y'all want to say to the people before we dip out?
We
I'll
good.
holler at you next week.
Yeah, we holler at you next week. Be out.
Y'all really for the people, man. Really for
Thanks
the
for
people.
coming.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Okay, all right.
We need to have like a hotline.
Hot.
Yeah, so like
We
they'll
not
call
a
us and
radio show,
they'll tell. It's a podcast though. They do hotlines.
bro. We don't
They
do
call a
live
number.
shows.
They call a number and they be like, "Oh, they said such and such and such. I don't want to agree with this." Something like that. They give us their opinion. That would be cool.
All right, sounds good. You know, maybe I'll start doing live episodes with this soon to be. But you know, we're gonna have to work on that. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll just do YouTube live and rock it out like that. You never know. But another great idea by my boy Mike. So, but anyways, as always, it's your boy I to the RA signing off. I will catch y'all soon. You know, as always, you can catch me here and you can catch me on You Not Gonna Like This. You know, I'm everywhere. I'm on your favorite podcast. I'm on your least favorite podcast. I'm all over the place and I'm doing anything and everything. But as always, this is your boy I, and see y'all soon.